Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the hardest part of the filmmaking process, distribution. There are a couple of tips and tricks I can share with you that help me to get distribution. For example, for our Gravity, just to have it documented short film on Netflix, and something that I'm doing today to get distribution for our Under Pressure documentary series. First of all, you can just send your materials to Netflix, Amazon, or HBO, or whoever it is. Simply because if you go to their websites or if you Google it, you will get this message. Which means you either need an agent, legal representative, or somebody who they already have relationships with to send your materials to them or get an opportunity to pitch to them. However, there are ways you can find those distributors in person, or there are ways there are a couple of ways you can reach out and try to get an agent that can help you with that. Cold emails is one of them, of course, but I find that they are less and less effective nowadays. We got some responses from cold emails, but if I'm just coming out of nowhere, writing an email, the best response I got, like, sorry, we don't take all unsolicited materials, or you know what, you should try this and that, try to find producer, try this, or try to go to this festival. Some general information I already knew, but nobody was like, hey, yes, I was waiting for your email. I have nothing to do. Nobody's writing me. Yeah, I'm a free agent. Let's do this. If you get that kind of response, you should be very careful. Probably it's not the right agent for you. So cold emails might work if you write 100, 150 of them, and I encourage you still to do that. But there are ways you can actually combine kind of both. Let me explain. There are film markets. There are film markets that you can register and go in person. Well, now in COVID era, probably it's only available online, which is actually cheaper and still effective. It's just you need to know which film market works better for you. For us, for documentary filmmaking, I think it's Banff Media Festival. MIPCOM might be great, but the thing is with MIPCOM is it's not very good for beginner producers. And of course, for documentaries, Real Screen Summit, which we never attended before, we're gonna attend it first time this year. I believe they start in the beginning of the February, and they still have the early bird rate available on their websites. Go check it out. So those three I kind of know very well, and MIPCOM and Banff I attended a couple times. Real Screen, as I said, will be the first time. The most successful for us was Banff Media Festival. So what are those film markets? Film markets is an event where producers, TV, streamer executives come together, also talent agents, literally agents, talent agents, they all come together. They have these masterclass sessions, keynotes where they talk about the problems of the industry, the content they really looking for. And then they also have these networking meetings. There are a couple of them. There's a lunch with a decision maker when a bunch of producers meet with one decision maker. It can be vice president of Warner Brothers, for example. And what they do, they just discuss in general what each of them is up to. You don't pitch on those meetings. You just talk about your projects. You can talk about like in general about the industry, ask questions and find out what they are looking for, but not direct pitches. What is great about it, after that lunch, you can get the business card and then you can follow up. And this is kind of what I call semi-cold email. You met, that's for sure. You don't have personal relationship, but you can mention that, hey, let's say, I know, Steve, we met on Banff. That was a great lunch with you. I learned a lot about your company, what you are looking for. Would you mind looking at my project? I think it really fits to what you need. And make sure it really fits, because if you just have something completely different and you're telling him that it's what they're looking for, be honest. That's very important. Like, be honest with yourself. Look at your project and make sure that they are really looking. If they're saying that they're looking for kids content and you are sending some kind of a, I don't know, like our show, documentary series about a number one actor, that's completely out of their scope. That's not what they're looking. Sometimes they do, and sometimes you might get lucky sending something that distributor is not looking for, but those are very rare exceptions rather than the rule. So also in Banff, there are another type of meetings which are actually direct pitches, face-to-face. I think they're called now speed meetings, and it's a lottery. You pick people you would like to pitch to. Most likely it will be, again, director of acquisition, vice president of development. So people who can make decision or can pass your project to those who can make those decisions. And with these speed meetings, you get 10 minutes face to face. Again, before COVID, it will be inside the venue. Banff Media Festival happening in Fairmont Hotel in Banff, very beautiful place. Online, it's through Zoom meeting. You get to the Zoom meeting, you have 10 minutes, you pitch your idea, and then you exchange business cards, and then you can follow up if they said that, okay, that might be interesting for us, or they might give you feedback right away. Say, you know what, this is interesting. But before I read your script, get yourself a team. For example, you are alone, you've never done anything before, we're not feel confident just going forward with you. If you get somebody who already have some kind of track record of doing series or films or whatever you are pitching, we might join. So that's another way, right? And this one was the most effective for us. I got 10-minute meeting with Netflix in Banff Media Festival, and that's where I pitched our first documentary, which was Gravity is Just a Habit with OK Go, and they offered us 2-year license, worldwide distribution, and I was very happy. Banff Media Festival, very effective. Check it out. It's happening in June every year. With these speed meetings, when you meet face to face, they are not, so you choose the ones you want to meet, but there's a lottery that decides whom you actually meet. And I wouldn't worry about that much, because during the whole event, you probably get at least one meeting. And if you don't get the meeting, there's also a waiting list, which actually works too. So basically, you wait in a waiting room, online or in person, and then whoever didn't show up, they ask people in line who would like to go and pitch to that person. And sometimes if you don't get the pitch to the exact person you would like to, and you are a beginner producer and you're still not very experienced, I would encourage you to take any pitch. Take any pitch. If it's a Discovery Channel, you have nothing to sell to them, take a pitch and say, you know what, I would just like to learn about what you are looking into when you are talking to beginner producers, what you are looking for. When you are about to take a project on board, what stage it should be. What is the must-have things that I need to have as a beginner producer before approaching you? If not Banff, is there any way I can approach you? I know it might sound, you know what, you don't go there to be so amateur. I think it's okay. I've done that before, and that helped me to be confident when I'm pitching. It helped me to understand how to do my homework, what to pay attention to and what not to pay attention to. That's very important too. And the same with literally agents or any other agent. You can meet them in Banff on those speed meetings, or when you register in Banff, you can just send them direct messages and say, hey, I'm writer, producer, director, I have this, I have the script, this is my pitch package, would you consider having a look? Of course, if you have some team already attached, okay, I have this producer, this is his track record of doing things, he did already 5 feature films or 1 feature film, it's enough. Or, you know what, I have this actor attached, she or he is a new emerging actor, and they love the idea, would you have a look? Those things help, but even if you don't have anyone, you have only script and pitch package, it's still worth trying. I got at least attention of 2-3 agents who were able to, whom I wrote after the show, after the Banff Media Festival. I said, hey, here's the script as I promised, and they came back to me. They read it and say, you know what, this is great, but you need this and this and that, or you know what, this is nothing, it's not something we are looking for. And if somebody is criticizing your pitch or your script from those agents or executives, I think that's the most valuable criticism you can ever get in your life. Take it to the heart, go home, evaluate it, see what you can do better, and then go back. So for us, Banff Media Festival was the most successful one. In February, we're going to go to the Real Screen Summit, which is only documentaries. So if you have a scripted content, probably stick with Banff. Try MIPCOM if you want to. American Film Market is another one. It's a very effective one as well. With MIPCOM, MIPCOM is one of the biggest in Europe. It's happening in Cannes, and that was the first one I ever attended. But with MIPCOM, what I found for beginner producer, there's too many layers before you can get to the decision maker. So I would stick with Banff, AFM, American Film Market. Look what else is there. Even if you have a documentary, Real Screen Summit will definitely be one of your choices. This is it actually. This is kind of a short, hopefully shortish video that's explaining our kind of approach to distribution, our journey, and those are the tips and tricks that help me to get in front of the decision maker and have a couple successful pitches and sell some of the films that we produce. Now we are doing the same for Under Pressure. We participated in Banff 2020, and we are waiting for a couple studios and producers come back to us and say what they think about our project. Have a great day, guys, and see you next time.